Good morning.
Sean, over to your right over here.
Hey, what's going on?
First off, welcome to London. How have you found life in London so far this week?
It's been good. We got in Saturday and we haven't got out in too much. We've just been training, doing stuff that we need to do for the fight. But yeah, I would definitely like to come back different time when we don't have business to take care of.
It's an interesting one, this fight, right? The welterweight division is absolutely loaded with contenders. And you've got yourself into a position in the top 5 where every fight for you is now a big fight. If you lose, it has a big effect. If you have to win, it's a big effect. So when you were offered this on short notice, how much consideration did you have to make before you actually signed on the dotted line and said yes?
Yeah, I mean, of course, there's always risk. One guy's going to win, one guy's going to lose. But if you look at it that way, for me, it's a lot less risk. I beat Leon, I become the #1 contender. God forbid if I lost, I'm still right where I'm at. So for me, it's just a huge opportunity to show who I am in this division and go out there and be ranked #1 after beating Leon.
Leon said in a previous interview that he's been told that the winner of this is the #1 contender. If you had that confirmed that if you win this, you'll get a title shot next.
The last thing I asked was about that. I'm just worried about winning the fight and I'll land where I land. You know, I beat Leon, I'll be right on my way to where I'm trying to go.
And talk to us about getting ready for Leon. Obviously, he was the champion for a while, so I'm sure you had your eyes on him for a long time. So how much prep time have you actually had dedicated to him specifically?
Yeah, I was trying to get this fight originally after my Gilbert Burns fight. It didn't happen. Obviously, Jack got the fight. So, but yeah, when you have only 4 or 5 guys ahead of you in the division, it's a little bit easier to get ready for guys. So you kind of are always just training with knowing in mind that I could fight Leon, I could fight Jack, I could fight Kamaru or Shavkat. So you kind of just have those thoughts in your back of your mind. So yeah, and it's a fight I wanted. I've southpaw, tall guy. I've had opponents like that in the past, so it's nothing new.
How do you assess Leon's last performance in comparison to his previous ones as champion?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it wasn't his best performance, but if you go and you look stylistically at like when he fought Kamaru, even the third time, Kamaru still did very well. That fight's a lot closer than what I think people remember it to be. And then obviously the fight before that, before he landed the head kick, Kamaru was dominating him, you know, same way Belal was. So yeah, Leon's he's slick, he's a very good striker. I just have to be present in the moment for 25 minutes and I'll get my hand raised.
How much of a blueprint do you think Belal set for your performance this weekend, given what he did in Manchester last year?
I don't think he set a blueprint. I'm going to go do, me and Belal are different fighters, but it definitely showed some things that I was already confident in doing. But yeah, I'm a different fighter, and I think it's going to look a little bit different this time.
The last one from me, just on the topic of Belal. Obviously, he's the one guy who's given you your sort of sole career loss at the moment. How much extra motivation is that to know that potentially he could be next for you and you could get the chance to maybe avenge that and get the belt at the end of it? Yeah,
it's definitely motivation, but I know eventually we're going to fight again, whether I fight Belal when he's champion or if I fight Belal for a #1 contender spot. Eventually it's going to happen. You know, I have nothing but respect for Belal. He gets a lot of hate for no reason, but yeah, it's definitely one I want to get back as a competitor. Thank you, brother.
Sean down here.
Hey, what's up, man?
You recently became a father. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You haven't really had that many sleepless nights because it seems that your wife is doing all that.
Yeah,
moment in time.
For sure.
But how has it changed your life so far, and how has it changed your perspective on fighting?
Man, it's changed everything for me. You know, it really just opened my eyes to like life and just a lot of different things. But definitely, I think it's going to maybe a better person and definitely even a better fighter. I just had my wife get in the fight, just talking to her and just being like, hey, like if you're really okay with doing this, then we're gonna do it because it's hard. It's definitely hard. Hearing her get up in the middle of the night a couple times while I'm just laying there, get my sleep because I have practice in the mornings. Definitely hard not to want to jump up and help, but when I get home and I win this fight, it's all going to be worth it.
And you mentioned there that you earmarked Leon as a potential opponent after fighting Gilbert. Was it the stylistic matchup, or just the fact that he's a former champion and you could use him as a stepping stone to get to where you want to be that made you want to fight him?
Yeah, former champion. I have goals in my career that I want to hit, like fighting UFC veterans, fighting guys who have fought for the belt. Then I wanted to fight somebody who was a former champion, which is Leon. So I just something that would get me in the direction I want to go, and something personal. If it was Leon or Kamaru, that's like the kind of guys I was looking for. Nothing but respect, but yeah, just trying to get those names on my resume.
And have you mentally prepared yourself for the atmosphere that you're going to experience at the O2 Arena? Because us UK fans,
listen, I'm from Philly. I've seen other teams come in and get booed and all that stuff, and then you get in there and it doesn't matter. It's just me and Leon in there. None of the fans in UK can get in there and fight for him. Once you get in there, you don't hear any of that noise, and yeah, I think it's just going to make me fight even better.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Sean, just back here. Sorry to go back to it, but just back to that Belal loss. I'm just curious about what changes you've made in terms of mindset and skill-wise that's allowed you to put 2 wins together and feel confident taking this fight on short notice.
Yeah, it's just exactly what you said, my mindset and just being confident in myself, knowing that I'm the fighter that I know I am and my team knows I am. I just had to believe in it, and now I truly believe in myself 100%, and that's allowed me to put together 2 nice wins and take a short notice opportunity like this to get me where I'm trying to go.
Yeah, and talking about the champ, he's publicly backed you to beat Leon on the weekend. It feels more like a dig at Leon than anything else, but is it still nice to have that backing?
I mean, I really don't care. I believe in myself. I don't care who else believes in me, and that's all that matters.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, bro.
Hey, Sean, over here.
Sorry, down here. Just a quick one. You've predicted that you were going to choke out Leon on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
What is it you've seen from Leon previously that makes you confident of being able to do that?
It's not what I see in Leon, it's just what I see in myself. I think if you have a neck, I can choke you. Leon has a neck, so I'm going to try to choke him.
And also, last one quickly, being from Philly, it's been a good year for Philly sports so far. How do you plan to continue that?
I'm gonna win Saturday night, and I'm gonna add another win to our resume. You know, Eagles won the Super Bowl, and now Sean Brady's gonna be winning Saturday night.
Sean, right here, just going off of Philadelphia. Shane Gillis, the biggest comedian in the world right now. Eagles are world champions, and the Phillies are poised to make a run. How proud are you to be able to represent Philadelphia?
Oh, I'm super proud. One of the best things for me, I never left Philly to go to like a big super gym in the country or around the world. I've trained in Philly my entire career, and I'll do that the rest of my life. You know, our gym's right in the heart of Philly. I still live right in Philly, so yeah, it's a good feeling.
And you've been in the UK for a few days now. Have you gotten a chance to catch any live sports, or how would you compare the UK sports crowd to the US sports crowd? That's always an ongoing argument.
I haven't seen anything, man. I've just been locked in my Airbnb. You know, like I said, I'd definitely like to come back and experience it on different terms.
Sean, just over here. Yeah. You mentioned briefly about how you're different from Belal. Leon's fought a lot of wrestlers recently. What makes you stand out from the other competition that he's fought? Because
a lot of those guys are just strictly wrestlers. Like Colby's a wrestler, Kamaru's a wrestler. If you look at their records, none of them really have submissions. I just think I'm like a much bigger submission threat than a lot of the guys he's fought, and I think I'm the biggest submission threat in the division. So yeah, I just think I'm a different level of grappler.
And of course, Belal is going to be defending his title in Montreal, now against Jack Della Maddalena.
Yep.
What did you think about the opponent switch and hearing Shavkat was out?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that Jack got the fight. He's undefeated. Belal already, obviously, he beat me, he beat Leon, and then Shavkat being hurt, it was the logical move. It stinks that Shavkat got hurt, but at least the division's still moving the way that it needs to go, and they have a fight. So instead of delaying it for Shavkat, they're pushing forward, which is awesome.
And what do you make of the fight? How do you think it goes down?
Jack's an amazing boxer. He's a very tough fight for anybody. He can definitely knock anybody out, but I think Belal has showed that he has beat a lot of guys he quote unquote wasn't supposed to beat, including me, and I think he'll do the same thing.
And then just last one from me. Obviously, you touched on it briefly about your loss to Belal.
Yeah.
You know, if he does retain the title,
Yeah.
and you know you win this weekend,
Mhm.
how does the second fight with you and Belal go down?
It looks a lot differently. I'm just excited to go out there and get that one back. But yeah, when the time comes, it'll be a great fight.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
we have time for two more. One.
Sean over here.
What's up, brother?
First question I have is, do you think you got the best jiu-jitsu in the division after you also beat Greg Jones in a jiu-jitsu match?
Yeah.
Would you say you have the best jiu-jitsu in the division?
Yeah, I mean, I personally think I do. Like, I just had a grappling match against Boogeyman a little bit ago. That was fun. So I want to do more of those. Hopefully, they can get me on one of these UFC Fight Pass invitationals after this fight. Keep me active. It's fun. Like, when I'm done fighting, grappling is going to be something that's going to be my next career path for sure. But yeah, I think in the division, I definitely have the best jiu-jitsu.
Good to hear. Last question for me. Do you think you need to finish Leon to get above Shavkat for a title match?
I'm not trying to get a title shot out of this, you know. I'm not trying to rush it. That's what I did before in my career. With the Belal fight, I was pushing for that so hard, and it turned out that wasn't the night for me, you know. So I'm going to go out there. I'm going to do my job, get my hand raised by any means necessary, and then wherever I go from there, I go.
Thank you very much. Good
Yes,
luck on
sir.
Saturday.
Yeah, Sean, just here. Just going back to
Where you at?
said, yeah, here.
Oh, what's up, brother?
Yeah, good. If you beat Leon, you'll become the #1 contender. Would you be disappointed if the UFC didn't offer you that next? Because all week Leon has been saying that it's an immediate rematch next. It's the title next for me. Would you be disappointed if that wasn't your next fight?
No, I think that's a bad look on Leon to be thinking about other people when all I'm thinking about is fighting him. You know, he's thinking about #1 contenders and getting back at Belal and talking shit about Belal. But he's got someone who's trying to kill him Saturday night in front of him, and he has more things to be concerned about than being a #1 contender in the division.
Yeah, and just lastly, who would your ideal opponent be for your title shot?
Belal, of course.
Belal.
Yep.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys.